Are you discouraged that your calling isn't having instant success? Nothing worth value happens instantly. It's a process. I want to talk to you about the work that you need to put in to developing your calling that God put in you. He put a seed of a gift in your life, but it's your job to draw out that seed, to cultivate it, to grow it to be that beautiful tree that's going to bear much fruit. My name is Matt. I'm a pastor in church ministry. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. I call it Embrace Your Calling. I talk about your calling, the God-given purpose for your life. You're not just trying to go through life, going to work and ready for your vacation and go to the grocery store. That's boring. No, there's a purpose. There's a calling on your life to do something specifically that honors God and that serves others. So if that's you today, would you subscribe? Would you give it a thumbs up? Would you share this? Leave a comment below, because I'd love to share content with you that inspires you to work on your calling. Let's talk about work. I heard a pastor say once, how do you spell revival? W-O-R-K. It takes work for revival. And the same is true in the God-given gifts and purpose on your life. If you think it's just going to happen automatically, or if you think you're going to see success immediately, brother, sister, you're sorely mistaken. There is work to put into this. But the good thing about working on your calling is the work is a good work. It is fun work. The first thing I would say when I'm talking about the work you've got to put in to making your calling complete is work your job during the week, but work on your calling on the weekends. Be a weekend warrior. Put more time and energy into the early mornings, the late nights, the days off, not just to get through life, but to build your life. Are you not happy where you're at right now? Well, work on getting there day by day, year by year. I have this dream of helping more people embrace their call. And I'm doing this video and I'm writing a book right now. And I get opportunities outside of my main job from time to time to work on the craft of my calling. See, every time I'm working on my craft, I'm improving my skill. As a young man playing the piano, I never in my wildest dreams thought I could make a profession out of the piano. But as from 5 years old, starting piano lessons all the way through my teenage years into early young, I was working on the piano, working on the keyboard, working on arranging music. And in the studio, no one was paying me for it. No one was putting me through school on it. I was my own school. I was working on my craft. And so I would always work a job. I had college classes, but I was working on my calling. If I were to look at your weekends, how much are you working on your calling? Now listen, I think the weekends are for fun. If you're like, I don't want to have to work on the weekends, I already work, and I'm a mom, single, I'm a mom, or I have kids, or I have a couple jobs. I'm not asking you to put more hard work in. This is the fun work. This is your calling should be invigorating, exciting. It should be fascinating. It's like, I want to do this. How many people do I know that are in their 50s or 60s? You're like, I think I want to go back to school to get my master's degree. Well, no one's forcing them to do that, and no one's paying them to do that. They have this passion and curiosity that I've got a calling and I want to work on my calling. See, around 46, 47 years old, I never thought I'd go and finish my master's degree. I had a bachelor's degree. But a few friends and I were like, there's an opportunity to get our master's degree while we work at the church. And so we all just kind of stacked hands and said, let's do it. And 3 years later, I walked the line and got my master's degree. I couldn't believe I did it because I'm not an academic, but there was a crafting of my calling to say, this is going to sharpen my knife. This is going to expand my influence. This is going to widen my perspective, and I'm going to invest in myself. See, when you're the weekend warrior, or you're spending your early mornings or your late nights working on your calling, you are investing in yourself. See, I think many of us are measuring our calling too early. We're thinking we don't have enough social media likes. We aren't a paid YouTube ad yet. We don't have people calling me to start a business. I'm not getting a lot of business. Wait a second. Don't measure your calling based on outward success. Learn to let God deal with the success. Right now, you invest in yourself. Let me ask you a question. If you're asking others to invest in you, would you invest in you? Are you asking people to take a chance on you when you haven't taken a chance on yourself? See, money follows value. So if you become valuable, the money, the success, the opportunities, the notoriety will come. It'll be drawn to value. So the key is value your calling. Put value, time, energy, money, investment to practice, to work, to refine, and trust God with the results. The beautiful thing about putting the work in your calling is you don't have to worry about success. Don't worry about how good it is or bad it is. You're just working and you're crafting and you're learning and you're experimenting and you're having self-discovery, and you are going to go from a student to a master before long if you can just work on your craft. I've learned this in my life. Life is about responsibility. It's about, managing your finances and your health and your time and making sure you have a good job. But I've learned this: do what you have to do so you can do what you're called to do. Too many dreamers say, I'm going to quit my job and do all this, and I'm just going to go try to work on my dream, and they're trying to make money at it, and they're disappointed because they haven't crafted their calling. And secondly, you have to shift your calling for the customer. You don't get to do what you're called to do. You have to do what the customer's paying you to do. That's why you have a job. They pay you not to do what you want to do. They pay you to do what they're telling you to do. So do in life what you have to. Give your best. Add value to those things. Manage life and family, but do what you have to do so that on the weekends, in your early mornings before your wife gets up, like me, or in the late evenings when it's just you in your own place. This is my little sanctuary here where I can craft. Work on what you're called to do. And before long, you're going to start building your craft of your calling, because you're learning, experimenting, and you're practicing in real time over and over. And before long, someone may say, hey, what you're doing is adding value in my life. Don't worry about the success. God will take care of your success. Let God use your calling the way He wants to use, in the big ways, the small ways. Usually God develops us in the hidden. Work on your craft and then watch God work on you. I hope this helps you. Embrace your call. Hey everybody, just a little extra. I thought I'd show you something cute. This is my wife's, it's our brand new puppy. It's a Sheltie. My wife's owned a lot of Shelties over the years. This is a baby boy, and we've named him Ranger. Because my son Michael is in the Army and he's in the Rangers. See my hat? RLTW means Rangers lead the way. So everybody say hi to Ranger. How you doing, Ranger? I'll tell you, shameless plug. I thought whenever you put cute puppies in your videos, more people watch them. So hope you enjoy Ranger.